The Transitional Age, also known as the Age of Sensibility or the Age of Johnson, refers to a period in English literature spanning roughly from the mid-18th century to the early 19th century. Here's an overview. 1. Historical context. The Transitional Age marks a period of transition between the Enlightenment and Romanticism in English literature. It was characterized by significant social, political, and cultural changes, including the rise of industrialization, urbanization, and the expansion of the British Empire. 2. Characteristics. The Age of Sensibility emphasizes the importance of emotions, sentiment, and sensitivity in literature and society. Writers of this period often explored themes of empathy, compassion, and sympathy for human suffering. There was a growing interest in individual experience and subjective perception, as well as a rejection of strict rationalism in favor of a more emotional and intuitive approach to life and art. Number 3. Literary figures and works. Notable literary figures of the Transitional Age include Samuel Johnson, Edmund Burke, James Boswell, Oliver Goldsmith, and Frances Burney. Significant works from this period include Johnson's A Dictionary of the English Language, 1755, and The Lives of the Poets, 1779 to 1781, as well as Burney's novels like Evelina, 1778, and Cecilia, 1782. Number 4. Themes and styles. Themes of social justice, human rights, and the plight of the oppressed were common in literature of this period. Writers often depicted the struggles of the lower classes, the injustices of the legal system, and the complexities of human relationships. The style of writing was often characterized by moral earnestness, psychological depth, and an emphasis on the power of imagination and sympathy. 5. Legacy and impact. The Transitional Age laid the groundwork for the emergence of Romanticism, with its emphasis on individualism, nature, and the imagination. It also contributed to the development of the novel as a dominant literary form, with writers like Burney and Goldsmith exploring new narrative techniques and themes. The Age of Johnson remains a crucial period in English literary history, marking a transition from the rationalism of the Enlightenment to the emotional intensity of the Romantic era. Here are some one-liner facts about the Transitional Age, also known as the Age of Sensibility or the Age of Johnson in English literature. 1. Key figures: Samuel Johnson, Edmund Burke, James Boswell, Oliver Goldsmith, Frances Burney. 2. Time period: mid-18th to early 19th century. 3. Literary movement: transition from Enlightenment rationalism to Romanticism's emphasis on emotions and individual experience. 4. Themes: emotion, empathy, compassion, social justice, human rights, individualism. 5. Works: A Dictionary of the English Language, Samuel Johnson, Evelina, Frances Burney, The Lives of the Poets, Samuel Johnson. 6. Styles: moral earnestness, psychological depth, exploration of human relationships, narrative experimentation. 7. Impact: laid the groundwork for Romanticism, contributed to the development of the novel, emphasized the power of imagination and sympathy. 8. Legacy: marked a transition from Enlightenment rationalism to Romanticism's emotional intensity, influenced subsequent literary movements.